Hi everyone, I'm Sean Horish and welcome to Pulse of the Port. In this episode, we'll take a look at 3 projects here at the Port of Long Beach that have reached key milestones. From super trains to virtual security, you'll see how the Port of the Future is being built right now. But first, let's meet John Slangerup, the man who's charged with leading this port in the years to come. July 1st, 2014 marked the beginning of a new era.
He's a leader and a teacher, and I want to introduce you. Please welcome John Slangerup.
John W. Slangerup was introduced as the Chief Executive of the Port of Long Beach.
It's been such a welcoming experience and such a natural transition here for me. It appealed to me immediately. This was about building something even greater. It turned out to be an excellent fit, and here I am.
He's an extremely capable leader. He has an extremely impressive resume with more than 30 years of corporate leadership.
Slangerup has spent the last 20 years leading both public and private companies. A former CEO and architect of FedEx Canada, he has helped guide and build technology firms focused in fields ranging from industrial software to clean energy and ballast water treatment.
Born and raised in the San Francisco Bay Area. I spent most of my youth there. Early in my career, I was involved with airplanes and mostly military aircraft. So I worked for the Navy for a total of about 6 years. And in that I was trained as an avionics mechanic or technician. Then I transferred into the commercial aviation world, and that gave me some experience that was necessary for me to get into what was FedEx, or Federal Express at the time. It was a tiny little business. And there was less than 1,000 employees when I joined, and when I left I think it was a couple 100,000, and I think it's over 300,000 today. So it was just an unbelievable experience. And most recently I was wooed and asked to join a private equity firm where we did this buying and selling of companies for a living. And so that's where I was when I got the call for this. It was so compelling, I had to listen.
The Port of Long Beach has such an incredible reputation that how could you possibly ignore this opportunity?
The history is based on great leadership that preceded you. And that's what the case is here. This is 100 years of great leadership, extraordinary vision and leadership. This is incredibly important work. I mean, it doesn't get more important than this. The impact that the Port of Long Beach has on the overall economy of the region and the national economy is not to be minimized. I mean, it's a massive, massive responsibility.
We are an enormous organization, and we have billions of construction underway at the same time.
More than $4.5 billion to be precise. Nearing its midway point, the Middle Harbor Modernization Project will create the world's greenest and most technologically advanced terminal, which will process more than 3 million TEUs annually. And the Gerald Desmond Bridge Replacement Project will create a new Long Beach icon that will allow the world's largest ships to pass below, adding fuel to this already impressive economic engine.
What I see is outstanding work. What I've seen is meticulous planning, tremendous care and focus about the schedule. We need to accelerate where we can. We need to reprioritize where we can. We need to not overspend the capital that we're working with. I love people who are believers. I love people who love to innovate and come up with new ideas. All of that defines this port, in my view. So this is really the mandate here, is to bring economic development to the region and build an enormous next chapter to this whole story.
Just a few days after John Slangerup started working at the port, the new mayor of Long Beach, Robert Garcia, came over to meet John and say hello to all the port employees who are a part of the City of Long Beach staff. Mayor Garcia's message was clear.
I am here on my second day because you are all valued. This is the single most important economic engine that we have in the City of Long Beach. It's 30,000 direct Long Beach jobs. It's hundreds of thousands of jobs when you look at the region. And if the City of Long Beach is going to succeed, the Port of Long Beach must succeed as well.
Change is always exciting and offers new opportunities. When we come back, we'll check out a new development in rail transport that is completely changing the way our goods are moved.